and Russell Westbrook. It's your man Delvin. Welcome to Delvin's Room. We finna get into this one, man. I'm sure some of y'all know by now one of the greatest point guards ever. We gotta get into exactly about Russ. We gotta get into Russ, man. Pause. Sounds crazy. But your man Russell Westbrook, is he a top 10 point guard of all time? You know what I mean? Does him not having a ring hurt his legacy? He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Fame. I ain't even finna argue that shit, y'all. I ain't finna argue that shit there with nobody. He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. Russ is a former league MVP. One of the top point guards of his era. Definitely a top 5 point guard of his era. It was him, Dame Lillard, obviously Stephen Curry, obviously Chris Paul. And it's crazy to think out of all those great point guards of that era, only Steph won a ring, bro. It's kind of crazy. Only Steph won a ring, bro. Rajon Rondo is somewhere up in there. Rondo did win a ring. But yeah, Russ has officially retired. Legendary career. So let's get into it. It's your man Delvin's Room. Let's get into this, man. I'm gonna put the poll up here tonight, man. I think Russ. And here's the crazy thing. I don't like how Russ left. I don't appreciate how Russ left, honestly. For me, I don't appreciate how Russ left. Honestly. I don't like how Russ left.
Oh, you gotta love that.
I think Russ deserved more, man. I think Russ deserved more. But we finna get it. So let me put the poll up here tonight. Is Russell Westbrook a top 10 point guard of all time? What do you think? Is a point guard. Let me go ahead and put that up. Okay, I'm putting the poll up here right now. Is Russell Westbrook a top 10 point guard of all time, bro? Looking back at Russ's career, he never won a championship, unfortunately. He was a former league MVP. He was the one. He was the one. Let's give it to Russ now. I'm gonna give this to Russ. Russ was really the one that put that. He put that triple double in a headlock, man. Russ was a bad boy when it came to that triple double, man. Okay, so let me run through Russell Westbrook accolades. He was the 2017 league MVP. He's a 9-time All-Star. He's a 2-time All-Star Game MVP. I didn't know that. He's a 2-time All-First NBA team, 5-time All-Second, 2-time third. He's a 2-time scoring champion. I'm so love to that. He's a 3-time leagues. He led the league in assists 3 times. So Russ, and also Russ does have one Olympic gold medal from 2012. So does that put him in the realm of being a top 10 point guard of all time? This is gonna be very interesting when you think about Russ's legacy. When we think about the greatest point guards of all time, obviously the first 2 names I think most people think of is Magic Johnson, obviously, and then the next name you think about after Magic is Steph Curry. Steph Curry and Magic Johnson are number one, number two, the greatest point guards of all time. After that, you got to go with somebody like a John Stockton, who broke a lot of records. You got to go with somebody like not even Chris Paul. Let me back that up. Isaiah Thomas. A lot of times people try to forget Isaiah Thomas. He's the only one that beat Jordan 2 times. We got to throw Isaiah up in there. AI is somewhere up in there. John Stockton is somewhere up in there. Jason Kidd. You know, it's a lot of point guards. But I will say this. Russ does have that league MVP. Chris Paul, John Stockton do not have league MVPs. So that does work out in Russ's favor. He does have one league MVP, and he led the league in assists 3 times, and he led the league in scoring 2 times. That is very impressive. In my opinion, Russ is a top 10 point guard of all time. I think he's earned that. Now, unfortunately, he did not go out on his own terms. Unfortunately, Russ didn't win that championship. A lot of times, that championship is really what secures your legacy the most. You know, it secures your legacy the most. And a lot of people have a lot of different reasons. Honestly, Russell Westbrook's best opportunity to win that championship was his first go round with the Oklahoma City Thunders. Him, KD, and James Harden. They should have got one. Did you say he led the league? Yes, he led the league in scoring twice. Check that one out. Russ is a 2-time scoring champion. He led the league in 2017 when he won the MVP. He also led the league in 2015. So, you know, he does have some stats that work in his favor, you know, to solidify him as a top 10 point of all time. He also is a 9-time All-Star, and he's a 2-time All-Star Game MVP. That's impressive to me. Russ has some accolades that makes you say, okay, I believe he should be a top 10. He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's not even a question. Some of the people Tracy McGrady was a goddamn first ballot Hall of Famer. He's never won league MVP. He got 1 scoring champ. Russ got 2. You know, Russ got more All-Stars. So Russ is definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's not even a question. The only real question I have for people is Russ a top 10 point guard of all time? You got to think about Allen Iverson. You got to think about Steve Nash. You got to think about Chris Paul. The top 3 is the top 3 probably for most people is going to be Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, and in my opinion, Isaiah Thomas. You know, and then here's the bad thing for Russ. You got people like Jalen Brunson coming. You know, Jalen Brunson is coming. That championship and that finals MVP is going to mean a lot, bro. It's going to mean a lot. So, you know, it's going to be very interesting, man, how people look back on Russ's legacy. But you know what? Let's get into some of these videos. Let's see what people are talking about. Let's see what the streets are talking about Russell Westbrook's legacy, bro. Because, you know, Russ is a legend, but, you know, people feel ways. Let's get in it.
Russell Westbrook retired, man. Russell Westbrook retired. Man, I miss my dog. And I didn't hide him. And now you only thing I ain't hustling. Damn, my nigga really just retired, dog. You know what I'm saying? And even though you was ass for the last 5 years, bro, you're a legend now. So you're a legend. So I ain't even gonna sit around and talk about you. And you know, we're gonna remember the good days of Russell Westbrook. You know, all of those years you was averaging triple doubles and all of that and doing great and you won MVP and Oklahoma City loves you. You feel me? Like, honestly feel like you feel me. You may have retired too late, but who the fuck cares when you made as much money? Man, Russell Westbrook made about $500 million.
Did Russ retire too late? I think, you know, Russ still averaged 15 points last year. Russ had a very decent last year, so, you know, he didn't go out bad.
You know what I'm saying? Somewhere over $400 million to $500 million in the NBA. He ain't fucked up. He own all type of car lots, all that LA and all type of other stuff. He don't need to play another second in the
Yeah, Russ Russ.
So, if you're an OG of supporting my platform, you know when I first started here on TikTok, I actually covered the NBA primarily. I've always been a women's sports girly, but I was a Bulls season ticket holder at the time. And this is when the Lonzo Ball, DeMar, like it was just a fun time. And some of my greats that I grew up watching were still in the league. Today, I don't know. Seeing Russell Westbrook retire without a farewell tour and seeing what happened to Chris Paul and all of the other greats that I grew up watching, Derrick Rose when I was growing up, actually some of my high school peers played against him at Simeon. It's been hard. It's been a hard adjustment. And that's not to say that the current NBA players are not good, that they're not talented. I just feel like the passion, the joy, the fearlessness that I remember watching, that I saw in Westbrook and Derrick Rose and Chris Paul, Paul Pierce crazy stuff, Kevin Garnett, rest in peace to my mamba Kobe. I don't know. It just feels like I'm hanging on to the times of yesteryear, even milking the LeBron
Yeah,
years,
from
and I
that
never thought I would say that.
from that era, Steph is the only one left. If Russ is a top 10 point guard, he's number 10. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, it depends on. We gotta break down the top 10, but he's up.
The last
I
time
think
you
so.
seen Russell Westbrook play was the last time you'll ever see Russell Westbrook play. He has retired from the NBA. I want to talk about a couple things. First up, the blackballing from the league this summer. These leaks of he's hard to coach. So Miami ended up not even picking him up, even though it looked like a done deal because they needed a starting or a backup guard. Because let's be honest, I'm not saying the
Yeah, I mean, but see that wouldn't work. I mean, if Miami would have picked him up, would it have worked, bro? Would it have worked? I don't know.
Kings were fantastic or anything, but he showed he had a lot left in the tank last year. These eyes on Cauchy support that. Him retiring in 2 years, that makes sense. But this year, he could have provided a lot to a team. But he's hard to coach. Yeah, you wouldn't want him over there. Oh, he needs the ball. And yes, can I be honest? I've stated this literally the other day. His lack of shooting does hurt what teams want to do with him.
I hate to say it, but Russ, it was time for Russ to retire.
Well, LeBron and the Lakers are facing criticism after Russell Westbrook has just announced that he is retiring. This has left the social media not only sad, but angry too.
Before the triple doubles, before the MVP, before anybody outside of Los Angeles knew his name.
Some people online are saying that LeBron and the Lakers try to ruin Russell Westbrook's legacy by calling him a vampire of the locker room. That all the hate from the Lakers overshadowed all the achievements that he's done. And shout out to the 18% of people who predicted on Cauchy that he was going to retire this year. I know y'all made that bad. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like the internet wasn't saying disgusting things about him when he was on the Lakers. To the point where they made it seem like he would be inefficient on any other team. But if you was a real Russell fan, you knew that that man was not a vampire. It's sad to see him go. I really wanted to see him play on Miami, or at least go back to OKC.
Yeah, I think he should have retired with OKC. I don't know if they tried to do that.
Russell Westbrook just retired, and before I
said, how can he get black team season?
cry off camera, I still to this day blame Kevin Durant for him never winning a ring. Still, Westbrook just retired, and before I cry off camera, I still to this day blame Kevin Durant for him never winning a ring. Still to this day. People love to bring up that 3-1 lead and how that was the only time that
KD is the reason Russ don't have a ring. I don't know about that. I ain't going with that, man.
Russ was on a competitive team for the championship was when he played with KD, and they never show or remember how KD was literally the fucking reason that they lost that series. He shit the bed from games 4 through 7. Straight up fucking Vlad TV hoops. Disgusting. And now Russ retires without a ring. Most triple doubles in NBA history for a guard. Mr. Triple Double. One of the greatest shows in basketball. Every time, if you went to go see a fucking Russell Westbrook game, you were never robbed. You never felt like, damn, I paid my good money to see this. He full effort on display. One of the only superstars diving for loose balls and guarding full court. Like, this nigga was our childhood, bro. He was part of our childhood.
Niggas had to see Russ go.
When he belted,
y'all knew this nigga had to retire sometime, man.
The Kobe Lakers, and got that transition and won. I think it was on Shannon Brown. Might have been Trevor Ariza. A basketball moment that almost made me throw up. That was a Kobe.
If y'all niggas acting like this over Russ, I don't know what y'all gonna do when LeBron retire, man. When LeBron retire, shit. Russ, I mean, here's the thing. Russ probably could have stayed another year or two, but Russ don't know how to not be, you know what I'm saying? Know how to not be so ball dominant.
So I just saw the news of Russell Westbrook retiring. I just want to say, and I'm being serious about this, That guy wasn't the best player in NBA history. He's not one of the 20.
Well, that's better to say KD redirected Russ' legacy. Yeah, you can say that because what KD left when they had a league that series against the Spurs. You can say that, but I'm not gonna say Russ didn't get a ring because of KD, because you still can get it on your own. But yeah, that little trio they had, yeah, you can say that.
20 best players in NBA history, but wildly, wildly, wildly entertaining. And watching Russell Westbrook grab a rebound, weave up the court, find a way to slam it home or hit some crazy ass reverse layup. Just explosive, dynamic, thrilling, fun, wildly entertaining. Just gave you a jolt of lightning that very few players do. And the truth of the matter is, I know people will compare him to like Oscar Robertson as far as the triple doubles. They'll line him up with James Harden, with Kevin Durant. When I think of him, honest to God, the guys who come to mind, top of my head, Dr. J, Dominique, trying to think, J.R. Ryder, in a weird, like, just
J.R.
bam.
Ryder.
Like, he was better than those guys, but like, bam, power, explosive, thrill a minute. And like, at the end of the day, we all debate sports, right? We all debate sports. Who's the best? Who's this? Who's that? Who's the GOAT? Blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, it's entertainment. It's sitting down in front of a TV, your job sucked, and you sit down and you put your feet up and you watch a game, right? And maybe you talk to your friends while you're watching, you have something to eat, or you go to a.
I agree with that. Russ was one of the more entertaining players. I mean, if you want to dive down that, is he one of the most entertaining players? Yeah, Russ was definitely one of the most entertaining players we ever seen.
I better not see a single person slander Westbrook today, because this man just retired as the greatest all-around point guard of all time. I mean, in his prime.
You crazy. You crazy. Russ is not no damn greatest point guard, Magic or Steph.
I better not see a single person slander Westbrook today, because this man just retired as the greatest all-around point guard of all time.
Hell
I mean,
no.
in his prime, this man was genuinely unstoppable. KD gets a steal, right? And he throws a lob right to Westbrook, a point guard. Most point guards either rim graze it or lay it up. But this is not most point guards. This is Russell Westbrook.
Durant running to the rim.
But then his MVP teammate left him, right? Stabbed the entire city in the back. Everyone's thinking the Thunder aren't going to be good anymore. And what does Westbrook do the following season? Averages 32, 11, and 10 as a point guard.
Yeah, that was a hell of a season. I can't lie. We got to give Russ respect for that season. That next season, Russ went crazy.
42 triple-doubles in a single season. Gets a scoring title. He was a one-man army of a highlight. He stuck to the city after the biggest star left. And every single game, he went to war. Russell Westbrook, we will never forget you.
Yeah, Russ, I got Russ. For me, I have Russ top 10. I got Russ top 10.
Russell Westbrook had offers from the Queens
Top 10
and the
point guard.
Wizards. That boy said, I'd rather retire before I go by one of them teams. Let's not forget he's the greatest Washington Wizard of all time. He broke that triple-double record over there, too. And that's when he was playing with Bradley Beal. Imagine what he could have done with this much talent. Trae Young, Anthony Davis, AJ the Bastard. Oh, my God. The Lakers even hit him up last year trying to get him back.
Even though the Washington Wizards look like they got a good team, I still think they're gonna be ass. They just don't know how to win.
They was willing to give him one more chance. I just think it's fucked up that one of the greatest players of our generation is going out on his own terms, but he didn't get a retirement tour. He didn't get nothing. We talking about a player that revolutionized the triple doubles. We talking about.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I always think Allen Iverson didn't get a farewell tour neither, so it's kind of crazy.
A player that would never be recreated. A lot of people don't even know he has the most points by a point guard in NBA history. Just a couple weeks ago, Miami was the favorite to get Russell Westbrook. Then they talking about.
Well, I didn't know he had the most points for a point guard. That's
he going across seas, and now here we are as a retirement. And for those of you who got on Calcium and predicted he wasn't gonna make a team, you a sorry mother. But this just goes to show he left it all on the court. He wasn't gonna settle for no mental role or nothing else. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I give Russ his respect.
Russell Westbrook, someone who kind of gets a bad rep from the outside, but I always hear that teammates really appreciate and respect what he's got going on. What was it like playing with Russ before he got moved?
Yeah, he's one of the best teammates I've ever had. As a person, you can't get much better. I got COVID like December of my rookie year in Minnesota. I was stuck in Minnesota for like 7 days, so it was rough. But he reached out like 3 or 4 times, asked if I need anything, um, offered to send me stuff, whatever I needed. So as a person, you couldn't get better. And same as a teammate, like he was always, empowering everybody to really, be better and do better and one more. And like you said, he gets a bad rap, and I don't really.
Yeah, I don't know. That is kind of weird that Russ does. I don't know. I have to blame that on LeBron, bro. I blame that on LeBron. You know, what's the other dude? The tall white guy. What was the other tall white guy? Steven Adams. Steven Adams loved it, goddamn Russ. Yeah, the analytics people. Yeah, who gives a damn about the analytics people though? Low key, I don't.
Oh my God, it's coming to an end. LeBron is 41, Curry 38, KD 37, DeMar 30. Damn, you old nigga. Harden 36. Dame, you 36. Oh my God, niggas is old. Why didn't I realize that these niggas was this old? It's LeBron. That's what it is. It's LeBron still.
This is why you have to give LeBron his respect though. LeBron is still in demand. Say what you want, LeBron. We gotta give LeBron respect because LeBron's still like at the top of the league, and he should be asked by now.
Playing at that age, making it seem like these niggas not old. The reason that we ride so hard for Steph to be on a
and Steph, hold up, but Steph is still playing crazy ball for his age too, though.
Winning team is because he all we got left. After Steph is gone, that's it of the 2010 draft class. We fucked. Don't even worry about doing all research. I already got the people to do it for you. Make sure you download Prop G.
Yeah, man. It's an end of an era.
No way, dude. Bro.
From everything, what are you the most proud of?
I wish somebody would have told me.
Wild. That's wild, your man Russ.
He'll be remembered as an athletic marvel, a spectacle. Like when you can play sports at the highest level, which obviously the NBA is, you're talking about the greatest athletes in the world, and you stand out for your athleticism and your energy. That's special. Now, I used to say he would be iconic, like an Allen Iverson, like a Pistol Pete Maravich, who also neither won championships. Yeah. But they're icons. He averaged triple-double 4 years.
Well, it depends on who you're talking to. Some people have Russ as an icon.
Jokic doing it the last 2 years has taken a little bit of shine off. It's still a tremendous achievement. He's the only one to do it 4 times. I think now we feel like maybe Luka 1 year, somebody else might do it as well, and Jokic might do it a few more times. So that to me takes a little bit of his iconic status. I don't think he'll be an icon. He'll be a legend, all-time great, obviously a Hall of Famer. On the top 75 team already, rightly so. I think it's good that he's stepping away, and he should get his flowers.
Yeah, man. Russ is an interesting one.
Thank you. It's a shame that some of these kids calling you Russell Westbrook never got the chance to see you in your prime. They will never even begin to understand how good of a hooper you really were. MVP, 9-time All-Star, all-time triple-double leader with 209, by the way. The people call it stat padding. I call it greatness. You were truly one of the most, if not the most transcendent, game-changing, exciting players of your generation. And it's a crying shame you never got the ring that you deserved. See you in the Hall of Fame, Russ. It's been fun.
Yeah, Russ is an interesting case. I do think Russ is probably one of the more entertaining players we've ever seen.
Now that you decided to step away from everything on your own terms, what are you the most proud of?
Damn. The worst part, he's not even gonna be on 2K. Not gonna be on 2K this year. Could have still balled out with Russ on 2K. Yeah, man. It was one of those things, man. Yeah, Russ, it's one of those things. It's gonna be interesting. gonna be the first year in 17 seasons without Russell Westbrook. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Which is that he was a ball hog when he was younger. He slid off the bench a few years. Was he a ball hog though? Would you say he's a ball hog? I don't know if he was a ball hog. He didn't have shit over there. He didn't have nothing over there. He had nobody over there. I mean, if you're talking about when KD left, there was nobody else over there. He had to put those numbers up. You know, he had to put those numbers up. So yeah, I have Russ as a top 10 point guard of all time. I think you're not gonna find another point guard outside of, Magic, Curry, and Isaiah Thomas. I don't think is another more accomplished point guard. Now I know John Stockton has a lot of records. I know Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul led the league in assists more years than Russ. But yeah, man. I'm not mad at Russ. Russ had to retire. I still have him a top 10 point guard of all time. So, it's going to be interesting. First year without Russ, man. Let me run through some other quick NBA news before I get up out of here. The Philadelphia owner says the Lakers will not even be worth watching. The Lakers will not be worth watching in 2027. Very interesting. They already crapping on Luka them. If you don't know, the Lakers, this is crazy. The Lakers do not have, I think they lost like half of their primetime games for 2027. It's gonna be crazy, man. They do not have a primetime season opener. That is crazy for the Lakers. That's crazy. But it just looks like Luka has to make the team more interesting. But as of right now, yeah, the Lakers do not have any primetime games for the season opener, and they lost over 50% of their primetime games for the upcoming season. That is crazy to think about. Anything else? Let me see. Anything else? No, that was all. I know. Oh well, Steph Curry. Steph Curry has still not signed with the Warriors. I know I might be in the minority, but I still hope that Steph decides to lead the Warriors. He still has not signed a contract, but we expect him to because he can get the max with the Warriors. But I am still one of the people, I think it's like 8%, 5%, something online. One of the betting sites, 5% chance he requests a trade. I am one of those people that believe he will request a trade. I believe he should request a trade. And if he does request a trade, I will look like a genius. But they say it's only 5%. It's too much money for him to walk away on. So I get that as well. But just keep that in mind, everybody. Steph Curry has not signed with the Warriors just yet. But nonetheless, before I get up out of here, I do think Russ is a top 10 point guard of all time. I do believe if he would have won a ring, it would have really solidified his legacy a lot more. Unfortunately, he didn't get to do that because, a couple reasons why he didn't get to do that. You could say because KD left in the middle. James Harden left as well. James wanted to get up out of there. But, Russ, legendary, one of the greats of his time. I got him as a top 10. And crazy news, man. It's the end of an era. Only Steph and LeBron is left. Paul George is still hovering around, but nobody cares about Paul George, to be honest. Nobody cares. But it's your man, Del.